Hello student, welcome back to our accountancy class. Today we are going to teach admission of a new chapter, that is chapter 2 of partnership. Admission of a new partner. Okay, see, already we have learned what is called partnership. In partnership there are two or more than two persons. Now what is called admission of a new partner? See, admission means when a new partner join the business. Okay, suppose A and B are old partner. They need one more partner, suppose C. When C will enter into a business, C is called a new partner. Okay, that is the first topic of the chapter, admission of a new partner. When C will enter into a business, the firm will be reconstituted. That means that old partnership deed will be cancelled and new partnership deed will be prepared. Okay. So what she have to bring? She have to bring two things. That is, she have to bring the capital as per the firm, the business goodwill that earned by the old partner A and B. That is called admission of a new partner. Next is, why admission of a new partner required? The needs of admission of a partner. Why a new partner required in the business? To increase the capital. Suppose A and B are doing a business and they need more capital to do the business. And they will invite one new partner, suppose C, and she will bring capital to expand their business. That is, increase the new capital. So that is why the needs of new partner required to increase the capital. Next is more requirements of skill and talent. Suppose A and B don't know how to manage the business. Okay, so C will come to the business and he know how to maintain the business. He has that skill, he has that talent, how to run the business. That is one reason to admit a new partner. Now, next is risk sharing. Suppose we know that if two partners there, if they get a loss, they have to bear the risk more. So, if C will come, that will be the risk will be divided among the three partners. That is risk sharing. Okay. Next is accounting adjustment in a admission of a partner. What are the accounting adjustment we learn in this chapter? What are the accounting adjustment? Number one is ascertain of new profit sharing ratio. What is called new profit sharing ratio? New profit sharing ratio is a ratio in which all the partners share the profit and losses. Okay, so here we will learn how the partner will prepare their new profit sharing ratio. How the old partner as well as the new partner will prepare the new profit sharing ratio. That is why the deed will be cancelled, new deed will be prepared by the partners. Next is how to calculate sacrificing ratio. What is called sacrificing ratio? The old partner will sacrifice their share of profit for the new partner. I have discussed that A and B are new old partner. These are the old partner. These are the old partner, and C is the new partner. Now, if they are earning 1 rupees for the firm, that 1 rupees will be divided among the three partners. Okay. Before this 1 rupees is divided, only A and B. This A and B will get the profit. But now they have to sacrifice their share for the new partners. That is calculation of sacrificing ratio. That also you have to learn in this chapter. Okay, that is accounting adjustment we are going to learn through this chapter. Next is revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. See, whenever a new partner joining the business, the assets and liabilities will be revalued. The assets and liability will be revalued, and we have to find out the revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. How much liabilities we have to give and how much assets, the value assets we have to find. Okay, when the new partner join the business. Now, distribution of profit among the old partners. Distribution of reserve. Suppose there is some reserve when C will join the business. When new partner join the business, when there is some reserve, this reserve will be divided by the old partner in the partner's capital account. And if any accumulated profit, that is the last year profit is there, so they have to divide the profit among the old partners. Okay? So before that, new partner, in this chapter, this is very important. For accounting adjustment, we have to learn. Okay? Now we are going to teach one solution for new profit sharing ratio. I'll give one example. Suppose see the new profit sharing ratio. New profit sharing ratio. Suppose A and B are two partners. A and B are two partners. They are sacrificing. Their ratio is suppose 3:2. Now suppose C is a new partner. C is the new partner. New partner. She is a new partner, and his share for the business is suppose 1/5. His share in the business is 1/5. Now we have to find out the new profit share ratio for all the partners, for A, for B, and for C. Before C admitted into the business, they are sharing the ratio 3:2. That means the total profit of the firm, A will get 3/5 and B will get 2/5. But now they will not get 3/5, 2/5. Because C is a new partner and C should get 1/5 of the total profit. So if C will get 1/5 of the profit, so how much A and B will get? That means we have to find out the new profit sharing ratio. The question will be A and B are partners sharing profit and loss 3:2. C is admitted into the business. C's share is 1/5. Find out the new profit sharing ratio. So how we have to calculate the new profit sharing ratio? So to find out the new profit sharing ratio, suppose the total profit of the business is 1. Suppose let the total profit share be 1. Suppose 1. So we will get C is a new partner. So we will get suppose C share equal to 1/5. So out of 1, suppose we assume that 1 is the total profit. Out of 1, C will get 1/5. So what will be the remaining amount? So we have to find out the remaining amount first. Remaining equal to 1 minus 1/5. So that will be the 5 minus 1/5, that is 4/5. Okay, now this 4/5 we have to multiply by 3/5, 2/5 to find out the new profit sharing ratio. So how will find out? See, now A's new share equal to, suppose 3/5 is the old ratio into the remaining amount. Remaining amount is 4/5. Okay, so if you multiply 3 4 ja 12, 5 5 ja 25. Okay, next B also same. B's new share equal to 2/5. That is the old share into the remaining share 4/5. 2 4 ja 8/25. Next C also same. Share equal to, we know already C will get 1/5. So this is 25. To make it 25, we have to multiply 5/5. Okay, so 5/25. Therefore, new ratio of A is to B is to C equal to 12 is to 8 is to 5. That is the new ratio. How to find out the new profit sharing ratio? Okay, that is the first adjustment. I have already given the adjustment. This is the solution. We'll get in NCERT book question 1. like this question. Okay, now we'll go the next topic, that is how to calculate sacrificing ratio. Now we'll go to the next topic, how to calculate sacrificing ratio. How to calculate sacrificing ratio? Sacrificing ratio means what? Sacrificing ratio formula is, alright, in shortcut, sacrificing ratio equal to all share minus new share. Okay, all share minus new share. Sacrificing ratio means the old partner will sacrifice or surrender his value of profit for the new partner. Okay, so in sacrificing ratio, the question will be given: A and B are the partners. Is ratio is 3:2, suppose, and new ratio is of A and B is suppose 1:4. So find out the sacrificing ratio. So I'll give one example here. Write that one example. Suppose is given: A is to B. The ratio is given, suppose 3:2. That is the old ratio. That is the old ratio. Okay. Now suppose new ratio is given: A is to B. Suppose is given 5:5. Suppose give 5:5. Is a new ratio. New ratio. So calculate. We have to calculate sacrificing ratio. Calculate sacrificing ratio. So how will find out sacrificing ratio? I have given the formula. Sacrificing ratio means what? The old partner will sacrifice for the new partner. He will surrender or sacrifice his share of profit for the new partner. So is given the old ratio, is given the new ratio. So how will find out? The formula is what? Sacrificing ratio equal to old share minus new share. Okay, so suppose for A, what is the old? 3/5. What is the new? 5/5 plus 5, 10. So what will be the LCM then? LCM will be 10. Okay, so if you multiply 10 divided by 5 will be 2, 2, 3 is 6, minus 5 will be 1/10. And for B is how much? 2/5 minus here 5/10. So what will be the LCM? 10. So 10 divided by 5 is 2, 2 to the 4 minus 5. The answer is come minus 1/10. See, you are asking, sir, you have discussed the sacrificing ratio means old ratio minus new ratio. But here the answer is come minus. So what is the meaning of that? That means what? Only A will sacrifice for the new partner. Only A will sacrifice and B will gain. B will gain. That B will not give. B will take from A because B will not sacrifice for that. Okay? So sometimes this type of question also come. Okay? So this question also will get in NCERT book, question number 3 or 4. Okay? Now we'll go to the next topic, that is called revaluation account. So we'll go the next topic, that is revaluation account. So in admission of partner, what is called revaluation account? Revaluation account is very important. See, what is the meaning of revaluation account? Whenever new partner join the business, the balance sheet of the old partner will be revalued. Suppose this is the balance sheet. This is the balance sheet. Okay? This is the balance sheet of the old partner. This is the balance sheet of old partner. So this balance sheet will be prepared after admission of a new partner. That is after admission of a C. Suppose admission of a C. So what we have to prepare? We have to prepare one more account, that is revaluation account. Why? Because in the balance sheet the liabilities and assets, the liabilities and assets will be revalued. Okay? Because if a new partner join the business, he will get the value of assets and you have to bear the liabilities of the firm also. Okay? So how much liabilities and how much assets is there have to revalue. Okay? So revaluation means what? Revalue of assets and liabilities during a admission of a new partner. Okay? So suppose anything is decreases. Okay? Any asset is decreasing. So in revaluation account, revaluation account is a nominal account. It's expenses. Okay? So asset is decreasing. That means this is revaluation account prepared for only for the old partner. Okay? Asset is decreasing. That means firm is having loss. Okay? This old partner have to bear the loss. So that will become here. Assets minus. That means asset is decreasing. If asset is increasing, suppose, that will become here. It is firm profit. Okay? Now liabilities is decreasing, suppose. Okay? Liabilities is decreasing, that is liabilities have to decrease. So what? Firm income. That will become here. Liabilities decrease. Yes, if liabilities is increasing, that means firm will be more amount. Okay? That means what? Firm loss. That will become this side. Okay? So what is the meaning of that? We can do like this. Okay? Suppose this is a balance sheet. This is a balance sheet, liabilities, assets, and this is a revaluation account. Okay? This will link with the assets and liabilities. Suppose anything is decreasing, that will come this side. Okay? Anything is decreasing in liability side, that is come this side. Okay? If asset is increasing, that will come this side. Liability is increasing, firm loss, this side. That I have explained. Okay? Now I will explain the journal entries regarding this. Okay? Whenever new partner joining the business, we have to prepare revaluation account. We have to prepare partners capital account, and we have to prepare new balance sheet of the firm, because the old balance sheet will be cancelled, new balance sheet will be prepared, new deed will be prepared when a new partner is admitted in the business. So what will be the journal entries for that? What will be the journal entries for revaluation of assets? Okay, for that, see, I will draw there the revaluation account. Suppose this is a revaluation account. Revaluation account, maybe credit. Suppose this is a balance sheet. Okay, liabilities, assets. Suppose for transfer of assets, if asset is decreasing, what will be the journal entries? Please try to understand through journal entries. If assets is decreasing, that means firm loss. Okay, firm loss. A firm loss will be revaluation account debit, because revaluation is a nominal account, and we know that asset decreasing as per the modern method, it will be, to understand the journal entries, we will write these two first. This is the balance sheet and this is the revaluation accounts. Okay, so we know that if assets is decreasing, that is credit, and if revaluation is a nominal account is decreasing, that is debit. Okay, the assets will come this side, that means what? The journal entries will be revaluation account debit to assets account. If any assets such as land, building, plant, anything is decreasing and you are asked to prepare the journal entries. So what will be the journal entries? Revaluation account debit, that is the revaluation loss account debit. Asset is decreasing, that is why to assets account. So I write the journal, first journals regarding the revaluation account. Journal entries. Okay. So number one journal is for decreasing in value of assets. For decreasing the value of assets, what will be the journal entries? Journal entries will be revaluation account debit, because revaluation is a nominal account. Revaluation account debit to assets account. To assets account. Okay. Write the narration. Suppose being the asset is decreased. Being the asset is decreased. Okay. For decreasing in the value of assets. Now, suppose the asset is increased. When the new partners come, when they will make the revalue of the new balance sheet. Suppose asset is decreased. So what will be the entry? Asset will decrease means it's profit and it's a nominal account. Profit will go to the credit side. So the entry will be like this. Now asset is increased. We know that. So for increase in value of assets, suppose for increase in value of assets, what will be the entry then? That entry will be opposite. It will be asset is decrease. If decrease, revaluation account debit to asset account. If increase, assets account debit, because if asset is increased, debit. We know, we have already learned in class 11 modern method. So asset is increased. That entry will be assets account debit. Assets account debit. So what will the credit? To revaluation account. Okay, because revaluation profit. Okay, asset increase, assets account debit, assets comes in, and revaluation account credit. Here narration will be same, being the assets is increased. Suppose. Okay, I'll tell you again. If decrease in assets, then it will be revaluation account debit to assets account. If increase in assets account debit to revaluation account. Same as for the liabilities also. We will do for the liabilities also same. So suppose liabilities is decreased. So that will become this side. Because liabilities decrease means liabilities reducing. If liabilities reducing, that means what? As revaluation profit. The entry will be opposite. Revaluation profit. The entry will be number 3. For decrease in value of liabilities. Okay? For decrease in value of liabilities. So that entry will be liabilities account debit. Liabilities account debit. Its liability is decreasing to revaluation account. To revaluation account, being the liabilities is decrease or reduce. Same way, if the liabilities is increased, so what will do? That will be the opposite. If the liabilities is increased, that means farm loss. Farm need to bear the liabilities. Okay. So for increase in value of liabilities. So what will the entry then? The entry will be like this. That will be opposites. Farm loss, that will be revaluation account debit. We know revaluation is a nominal account. Nominal loss means debit to liabilities account. account debit to liabilities account, being the liabilities is increased. Okay. Now same way we will do for unrecorded assets also, for unrecorded liabilities also. Suppose some unrecorded investment come here. Some unrecorded investments come here. If it is come here, that will be here. Okay. So number 5. Suppose for unrecorded assets, that is asset is increasing. Okay, asset increasing means debit. Okay, the journal entries will be unrecorded assets, any assets, debit, farm profit, will be the revaluation profit. To revaluation account, same journal entries being unrecorded, in the unrecorded assets is increased or incurred. Number 6, unrecorded liabilities. If unrecorded liabilities come here, there is farm loss. Okay, and farm loss will be debit. So we are here for unrecorded liabilities. So what will be the journal entries? Journal revaluation account debit, revaluation account debit to unrecorded liabilities account. Same relation, being the unrecorded liabilities incurred. After doing in the revaluation account this, we have to find out which side is greater. Suppose this side is greater, we will find out profit, and this side is greater, we find out loss. So for that, if the ledger account, they will not ask, if they are asked the journal entries, that we have to show in the journal entries regarding the profit or loss. So I will give the entry of this. See, so for transferring profit, for transfer of profit, transferring of profit. So what will the entry? The entry will be revaluation account debit to all partners capital account. That will be transferred to all partners capital account. To all partners capital account. If there will profit, if the firm and a profit, the entry will be like this: revaluation account debit to partners, to all partners capital account. Narration will be being the profit transferred to partners capital account. Being the profit transferred to partners capital account. Same. If this side is greater, suppose debit side is greater, we will doing the sum and we will get a loss. So what will be the entry? The entry will be opposite then. Transferring of loss. For transfer of loss. So what will be the entry? Okay, if the firm get a loss, partner have to bear. Okay, the entry will be all partners capital account debit that will be debited from the all partners capital account to revaluation account. The narration will be same as being the loss is transferred to revaluation account. These are the journal entries regarding the revaluation account. Okay, most question comes from this chapter. Okay, this is a very important chapter. The 1 8-mark question is sure for the board exam. Okay, for the next class, I will discuss the NCERT book solution. I will solve the solution from NCERT book. Okay, try to understand the journal entries from this Thank you very much.